everyone, welcome back to season 3 of the Untold Podcast, where I'm Ash.
And I'm Chris.
And this season's about accountability. I thought this week, based on what you said last week, let's talk about alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about alcohol and how it's your best friend at some times, but your worst enemy at others. And before anyone starts, this isn't going to be us saying, don't drink, you're a prick if you drink. We've decided to go sober, because I definitely haven't decided to go sober. I'm going to Spain on Friday, and I guarantee I will not be sober for my 4 days in Spain again.
I just keep mentioning Spain all the time.
I told you can come out there.
Mate,
sort it out.
I'm not drinking, am I? I'm not coming to Spain with you, am I? Blimey.
It's cheap, mate. The pints are cheap. It's cheaper than water.
Well, yeah, it's over here as well, mate, to be fair. I'm looking forward to this one, actually. It's quite I think it's a lit home for quite a lot of people, to be fair. A lot of people think as well.
I think it's because it's January, because people are doing dry January. I think it's quite a good... We've said this for ages, haven't we? Let's do a episode on accountability with and relationship with alcohol, because I like a drink until the next day or 4 o'clock in the morning when the anxiety spikes and I can't sleep because my brain's going absolutely mental. Do you get that?
Massively, mate, yeah. No, I don't really get anxiety, however. I just can't sleep. My whole body just feels like it's just wired wrong when I've had a proper drink. Just completely wired wrong. I lay in bed and I'm just wide awake. Or I just toss and turn all night and just get uncomfortable. It's just that following day, innit? Just being exhausted all the time. That's what I struggle with when I drink. It's just the cloudiness and just the tiredness where I don't sleep at all. I don't really sleep anyway, at the best of the time. If I chuck a load of booze in me, it just destroys me.
No. It's I like that feeling after 1 or 2 drinks. I like that, the confidence, the like, yeah, I'm fucking unstoppable, mate. And then you go too far. And there's a very, very, you go that little bit too far.
Listen, mate, you're talking to one of the people that is probably the most nutty when I've had a drink as well. So I love a drink, and I've always loved a drink, but I don't like drink because I don't like the fact that even though I'm sensible when I get to the pub, after 5 or 6 pints, I'll basically do whatever I think would be funny to make people laugh. I've come off the back of horses, being pissed, and ended up in hospital with septicemia.
Fucking hell.
I've slid down poles that people have actually fallen down and died doing, knowing full well it's happened before. I've done ridiculous, stupid things, mate. Jumped in the sea in Brighton at 4 a.m. when I'm so drunk I can hardly even walk, let alone swim. It's just stupid things, and it's brilliant while you're doing it, innit? Let's not beat around the bush. If in your 20s, when you're very young and you can deal with the hangover, you get up in the morning, you feel right as rain, you can get on with life. It's brilliant because it is a mate. I don't care what anybody says, and people go, "Oh, you shouldn't talk about alcohol like that because it's not actually that good." But it's brilliant. I've had some of the best experiences in my life.
When you
drunk.
can remember it.
Festivals, raves, parties, just in general around people's houses when you're much more relaxed, you have much more of a nicer time, don't you, sometimes and stuff. And it all adds to the memories of life, which is really important to make. But at the same time, it's when it gets to the point where actually I'm waking up in the morning, it's taking me 3 days to get over my hangover. And then, I'm only 1 day away from the weekend again.
Yeah.
Then the Friday starts and you drink Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then you're back at work Monday and you're feeling like shit all day again, all week again.
Yeah, I think there's one time, and it scares the shit out of me. Like literally, fucking, we was at a party in a fucking field somewhere, like probably a good 5-6 miles from my house at the time, and I was so pissed, but somehow I got home. Turns out I was walking up the road and got in a random car with 2 blokes, and they dropped me home. Luckily, they dropped me home. Like, fuck. And it scares, like thinking of that, like when you're getting that pissed. Like I used to be the kid. People were, "Oh, Ash, you out tonight?" "Yeah, of course I am." "Yeah, of course I am." Fucking people used to joke. "Oh yeah, but you got your own seat in the bar." Do you know what I mean? No one else is allowed to sit there. And like that was me. That was my identity.
Yeah.
In the local town. Like I was always out. Every fucking weekend I was out. And that, looking back at it now, that's fucking...
Great at the time, you think, I'm a bit of a celebrity, but actually, no, you're a bit of a knob.
You would have fucking... You would have town drunk, mate.
Yeah.
You would have town drunk. Photos of me on fucking Facebook of me passing out and people drawing on me and shit. Fucking dicks in my mouth and everything. Like, and you look at me, oh, that was hilarious. Nah, was it?
So did you say drawing dicks in your mouth, or did you say dicks in your mouth?
No, drawing dicks in my mouth.
I'm so sorry, I had to come back to that one. Thing is, right, what you said there though, what you got to remember is, you know, I said about in your 20s getting so drunk that you have like more amazing times. You can have a good time sober, but what you've just said there, actually, you know, if you're that drunk, and especially if you're female, walking down the road and someone pulls over, you know, 9 times out of 10, you're so drunk, you do end up things like that. And unfortunately, we live in a world where now, 20 years ago, you could have done that. You probably would have got away with it 9 times, well, 99.9% of the time. Unfortunately, the world we live in now, I wouldn't even want to do it once.
No.
And I certainly wouldn't want my daughter or my son doing it, you know?
Yeah.
And it is a worry when you start thinking about it like that. Actually, I didn't really think about it when I was talking about the way that I used to drink and have a laugh, because I have got this. There's something that goes on when I drink alcohol. I could pretend that I'm sober, even though I've had 10, 15 pints. I could still pretend that I'm fairly sober, even though inside I want to collapse and like just fall asleep. But some people don't have that. You know, I've got friends that wee in the wardrobes, you know, pee in the wardrobe when they're drunk, or they'll empty the side drawers of the bedside table and have a wee in there because they think it's the toilet or whatever, you know. Yeah. They're so drunk, they literally have got no idea what they're doing. So it is, although it can be very fun, it can be so dangerous for so many people. And
not even that. It's like, it's not just dangerous in the moment. It's like, and I think this, I went for a period in my life where I'd probably do 2, maybe 3 bottles of red wine every fucking night.
Yeah.
And I'd go home and I'd open a bottle of wine. And that was like a wake-up call for me. Now I'm at a point where I enjoy a drink. I have a drink. I'm not going to hide that from anybody. I like going out. I like having a nice bottle of red with a meal. I like fucking having a few beers in the sun. I like drinking Guinness in Ireland. But I don't want to be at a point where I know now when to stop. 9 times out of 10. I know when I've had enough. I know when to stop. And I think that's the point.
Yeah.
I think that's the point. When you get to a point where you're doing what I did and you're going home and you're using alcohol as a coping mechanism, that's when shit's got to change. Yeah. I think.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, a lot of people do it. You know, we all know people that drink to hide things and drink to mask everything that goes on. And when they're not happy, they drink. And when they're happy, they drink. So it's just a revolving carousel of alcohol for a lot of people. But I see drinking a completely different light. You know, I drink to get drunk, because that's, as far as I'm concerned, that's what alcohol is for. It was designed many, many years ago for cowboys to get drunk in the saloon. You know, if I'm gonna drink, I'm gonna drink. You know, there's no point in me having 1 or 2 beers, because what's the point in that? I might as well go and have a cup of tea. I'm gonna have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pints. Yeah. Before anyone says it, yes, I can drink 10 pints. There's a video on TikTok. but yeah, no, I don't see the point. I never really, until the last couple of years where I have started drinking at home, I never really see the point in drinking at home. No. Because it doesn't really make me feel like, oh, I need a drink to relax. So what's the point in having a drink at home? I'm up the pub to have a few beers, or at a party to get drunk. I'm not a social drinker really.
Yeah. And I think that's
I'm a social drinker, not a
social drinker, not
a home drinker, whatever you call it.
And I think that's like I would never I have done before, but very, very rarely would I sit there and drink on my own. Yeah. It's always about the social. It's the camaraderie, the banter ups a level, doesn't it? Yeah. After 3 or 4 points, after 3 or 4 pints.
He's already had 3 today, by the way.
Yeah. After 3 or 4 pints, you laugh a bit more, you joke a bit more, and that's sort of where it needs to sort of. If you could stay at that level, then I'd love that. But even now, like a bottle of red wine, I'll be fucked for 2 or 3 days. Self-confidence literally falls out my ass. Yeah. And I can't. Like, that's what gets me. That's what really gets me. It's like, I enjoy it when I do it, but then I regret it for 3 or 4 days afterwards. And you get to a point where you're like, and that's not even getting smashed. That's literally a bottle of wine. Like, yeah, to myself with a straw, but that's literally, no, but that's it. Like,
it is a 2 litre bottle as well, isn't it? Yeah.
3, mate. But no, that's it. Like, but I enjoy wine. It's quite interesting because I put this out in the Facebook community and did a real post thing with a poll on it saying, who's doing dry January this year? There was only a few replies, but everybody said no.
I think it's pointless, mate. I don't see why anybody would do dry January. I know some people do it for charities and stuff, but...
Yeah, but if you're at that point,
Yeah, but I think if you do dry January, what's the point in doing it? Because you're only setting yourself a target of a month.
Yeah.
And actually, all you do is you go, I've done dry January. Now I'm going to have a drink.
1st of Feb. Everybody I've spoken to about this.
And then what is the point? What are you actually achieving? All you're achieving is the fact that you're having to force yourself to prove to yourself that you cannot drink for a month. So actually, it's quite a negative thing. If you think about it in the bigger picture, all you're doing is giving your own thought process the idea of actually I'm not reliant on drink, whereas you are, because on the 1st of February, bang, you're straight back into it again. I get some people do it for health reasons, but actually 9 times out of 10 it's like a diet. If you diet really heavily, then you stop dieting. Most people go back to putting weight on 10 times quicker than they did while they were on the diet anyway. So it's kind of a pointless exercise. I know that for a fact because I've done it many times myself. But yeah, it's hard to talk about booze, isn't it? Because it has so many positives, but also so many negatives at the same time. So it's one of those Jekyll and Hydes, isn't it? Really, unfortunately. Yeah,
it's like I said, I like it and I hate it at the same time.
Yeah,
and I think this whole. I've spoke to so many people that have said that I do the dry January and then literally the 1st of Feb, I'm absolutely sloshed.
It's pointless.
Like drinking, I've saved up all this. I can have 50 pints now.
Well, unless you're somebody that goes out and drinks 30 pints and doesn't get pissed, do dry January and then you can go out and drink 5 pints and you'll be steaming, wouldn't you? So save yourself a load of money, I guess, is one way of looking at it, but I wouldn't advise it personally.
Now, there are certain things, obviously, over the last few months, drink has helped me. Whether this is the right thing to say or the wrong thing to say, someone sober will say, you got a problem, Ash. But obviously, like when my old man went, the drink was like a release. It was like we'd have a drink together.
It's a coping mechanism as well, isn't it?
My mum called me last week. She was in floods of tears. It all got a bit overwhelming. And she was talking to my brother, actually, at the time as well. And he said, go and pour yourself a glass of wine. Just sit and have a glass of wine. And I spoke to her later because I was worried that she was going to do the whole bottle. And my mum don't drink. Like one and a half glass of wine and she's tipsy, like. And I spoke to her later and she was like, do you know what? No, she said, I poured the first glass and I had half the second glass and I just felt better. She said, it just like relaxed me about a bit. And I think that's all right. That's all right. But if you were doing that if she started doing that every day, I'd be a bit worried about her. You know what I mean? And I think it's good and it's bad. It's like
it's hard though because obviously I'm on day 20 of no drinking and I feel like I've coped so well because I've been working every night, so I've not been there's no temptation there whatsoever. I haven't had a thought in my head about drinking. I think I've had one day where I was thinking, I quite like a beer tonight, but it's hard to talk about it because as soon as you stop drinking, everyone goes, oh, you're an ex-drinker, you're going to be so negative about alcohol, blah, 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 blah. So it's quite difficult to talk about booze when you're not drinking. It's like smoking, isn't it? I'm an ex-smoker. I used to smoke 20 fags a day, but that was 23 years ago. And I hate it now. You know, like I don't hate alcohol. I don't care whether anybody drinks. It's the excessive amount of alcohol that you do drink, isn't it? I think that's the problem with everyone, isn't it? Like you just said, your mum has 1.5 glass of wine, stops the wine, and then she's all right. But it's really hard to talk about. It's really, really hard to talk about this thing if you're not doing it. I think because you kind of feel like, personally, I feel like people are listening, going, oh, he's going to be really negative about booze because he doesn't drink now. He's only been not drinking for 20 days. Like, thinks he's... Do you know what I mean? It's a tough one. It is a really tough one, but...
I think it's though what you associate booze with. One of my pals messaged me and he said, no, I'm not doing it. He said, I like the culture of alcohol. I like the culture of wine, which is a massive culture. It's a massive industry. And I remember I got taken out to Italy by some suppliers and we had a 7-course meal and we had 7 different bottles of wine throughout that dinner. And each bottle of wine tasted amazing with that course. Then what they did is they kept a bit of each bottle and we went back from the 7th bottle to the first and it tasted rank because it didn't work with that food. So there's quite a nice, and I get that. Like I enjoy nice alcohol. I won't go in the shop and buy half a litre of Kalashnikov vodka just because I want to get pissed. Like nowadays it's like I buy the nice booze, I buy the nice whiskey, I buy like nice things. And that's not me being a snob. That's because back in the day, I remember I used to get a Fanta bottle, a £5 bottle of vodka, drink pour the Fanta out, have just enough so the vodka went in it. And that was the thing.
At your mum and dad's cupboard in the
Yeah,
dining room. Yeah.
like taking the old thing out. But it's amazing how over the years, like I realised that, not that I had a problem with booze, but I was sort of struggling I was using it more than I should have done.
Yeah.
Like now it's kind of like I use booze because I want to. I use booze because I fancy having a drink with that mate. It sort of brings mates together, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Whether that's the right or wrong thing to say. And obviously, there's a culture now for non-alcoholic cocktails, non-alcoholic beers. It's massive. Like, the industry's booming. And I think the youth aren't drinking like we used to.
No, they're massively not, are they? Really massively not. That's why a lot of pubs are going a little bit quieter now as well, aren't they? Because the older generation's always kept them going, and now they're sort of fading away and not going to the pub as much. But the thing is, there is nowhere to go after the pub. I think that's what's kind of killing it as well. Is that there's nowhere for the young lot to go at 12 o'clock when the pub shuts. Usually years ago, you'd be able to go in a club at 1 o'clock in the morning till 5 in the morning, wouldn't you? So,
Don't makes me feel fucking sick.
I used to love it, mate.
Makes me
I used to love
sick. It's a lot of, like, we'll say, oh yeah, I'm just gonna have a drink. Like in this Viking thing, the deal is you're not allowed to drink 6 out of 7 days, which is fine for me. It's not a thing. My wife made me laugh last week. We had a bit of not a heated discussion because she does what she wants to do. Like, I'm not bothered. She goes, I was out going to the shop to get dinner. She's like, I'm about to do a Deliveroo. I was like, what? She's like, I want a bottle of Prosecco. I've had a real shit day. I want a bottle of Prosecco. I was like, why?
£7 for the Prosecco, £7 for the delivery.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to the shop. I'll get you a couple of bottles. Like, we've always got Prosecco in the house. We've always got booze in the house. And for some people, it would be dangerous. But I can pick it up. I'm at a point now where I can pick it up and leave it.
Yeah.
Which I'm really happy about. I've sort of, over the last couple of years, obviously got quite friendly with Dapper Laughs, listened to Menace to Sobriety because I liked him and I liked the message. And it sort of helps you understand, like, even if you're not sober or you're not going sober, that podcast is wicked because he talks about, like, what his wife's doing to help him and support him.
Yeah.
And I think it's important for, like, listeners, if your partner has a bit of a drink problem and they're saying, look, I can't drink anymore, but you're sitting there every night opening a bottle of wine, you're a cunt. Sorry, I've said it again.
I told you off for saying that last week, right?
Let's do that bit again. If your partner is sitting there drinking and not supporting your decisions and sort of almost like rubbing it in your face, I think you need to try and help them a bit more. And if your mate's saying, no, I'm not drinking for 6 months, like, I wouldn't force you now to say, come on, Chris, let's go for I know you're not drinking because you don't want to drink.
Yeah.
Just because I want to drink and you don't, doesn't...
As long as we go to a pub, mate, that's got a decent non-alcoholic lager, I'll be there.
Exactly. Or just have a Coke.
Yeah, no, that's completely the wrong thing to do when you're out, mate.
I mean, do we use alcohol as a reward? Do we use it as an excuse?
I think people use it differently, don't they? Everyone's got their own reason for drinking, don't they? Some people drink it because they like the taste of it. Some people drink because they like the effect it gives them. Some people drink because they hide their emotions when they drink, or it makes them feel clear, or, you know, gets rid of the noise that goes on in their head or something, you know. But if that is you, there are things out there that you can use. There's certain methods that you can use that, so you don't have to do that. You know, there is loads of stuff out there.
And I think for me, and I can only talk from my personal experience.
Yeah, me too, yeah.
If you're at work and you're thinking, I can't wait to go home and have a drink tonight, sorry to say it, but...
You probably need a new job.
You probably need a new job. But there's other things in your life that you need to address.
Yeah. Because
masking it with alcohol every night is not going to help you.
Exactly, yeah.
And I've seen people fall apart, like literally go from being decent business people, something happens and they use alcohol as a coping mechanism and rely on it too much.
Problem is, mate, you know, the coping mechanism, if it is that, it leads to other things like gambling and all sorts of stuff, doesn't it? So it is a very, very slippery road if you go down that road. You know, you've seen it in the media. Loads of people, celebrities have started drinking, and they're in the bookies, and then they're down like the casinos, and they're losing everything, and then they're headline news, aren't they? That's just not celebrities. It happens to a lot of general public more than celebrities, doesn't it?
Yeah. Like, and that's another thing that's quite interesting, actually, gambling. I've never ever once gone on online roulette or anything sober.
Yeah.
Never done it. Never ever done it sober.
Yeah.
Never done it sober.
Mine used to be when I was sitting on the toilet.
Really?
Yeah.
But I'll have a dabble if I've had a drink. If I'm sitting on the side, let's stick 20 quid in. Like, I've never got to the point where it's excessive. And like, if I'm sober, went out to the casino once, sober, because I was driving. Came out with money.
Yeah.
Go to the casino drunk.
Stick a tenner on zero.
Very rarely. 50 quid, mate. 50 quid, 50, like, and it's... I wouldn't do that sober because you sort of...
Because you think about it, your thought process is completely different. It just clouds your judgment. Totally clouds your judgment, doesn't it? In everything. In absolutely everything. Clouds your judgment in everything. Business, relationships, everything.
Like, and this is like, if you have a load of drink on a Saturday night, what are the chances of you going to the gym on a Sunday?
Exactly, yeah.
It's probably not.
Yeah.
If you have a load of drink on a Saturday night, what are the chances of you getting up and doing stuff with your kids and your family on a Sunday?
Going to church Sunday morning.
Yeah, going to church. Like, it's just not going to happen, is it?
Yeah.
So there's a lot, like, and we're talking about accountability. Like, sometimes you've got to make that difficult decision. Do you know what? Actually, I'm not gonna drink the full bottle. I'm only gonna have half a bottle. I'm not even gonna open a bottle. I'm gonna sit here because tomorrow the weather's nice. I haven't seen my kids all week because I've been working, and I want to go out and do something with them and be fresh-headed.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's like accountability.
It's about setting realistic goals as well, isn't it? Like, I'm a massive one of believer. You say this all the time, mate. To be fair, if you give yourself too many things to do, you're never going to do it. I know I've said that I'm going to do a minimum of 6 months, but I will do a minimum of 6 months. It's very easy for me. I'm a really mind-strong person that once I set my mind at something, it's there, you know? And I've obviously joined the gym as well. That gives me that bigger spur because if I start drinking again, the weight's going to come back on that I might lose and blah-de-blah. But I'm fully aware that the World Cup is in June, sorry. God, I'd be screwed if it was. It's in June. So I know that 9 times out of 10, I'm going to start drinking in June. Whether or not I carry on drinking afterwards, I don't know. But that's my goal. That's right. My friends are going to come around my house. We're going to watch the World Cup because I always have all my mates over at my house. It's always been a thing for the last 10 years that we've been in our house. Friends come over, we watch the football and the boxing. So I know that the boys will come over, we'll have a big barbecue, the beers will be flowing, the whiskey will come out later on at night. We'll sit in the garden and maybe have a cigar or something, I don't know, like whatever. But that's my time to target myself. That's what I'm looking forward to. Doesn't mean I'm reliant on alcohol. God, I can't wait till that time. It's actually because it's a proper thing to do.
Yeah.
Whereas if you say, "Oh, I'm not going to drink for the rest of my life," you know, this is you know, you look at Dapper. He's done a fucking amazing, mate, what he's achieved. But that has to be done when you've got a proper issue, and that when you realise you have got that issue, like he did. Yeah. That's why you need to target yourself for long periods of time. Whereas if you're just somebody that's just going to try and give up drinking for a while, just give up for a little bit. Yeah, and once you get to a point, actually, from my experience in the past, the longer you go without drinking, if you're not really on it all the time, your brain just says to you, actually, I've done 2 months already. Why don't we see if we can do another month? Yeah. Because actually, if we just start drinking now, we might waste all the hard work you've done already. And then it just becomes easier. The longer you go, it's like going to the gym. The more you go to the gym, the more you get used to it, the more you get the endorphins, you feel good about yourself, and you go to the gym more, don't you? Yeah.
It's that compounding again, isn't it? It's the compound. Right, I've done a day, fucking hell. Yeah. I've done 2 days. All of a sudden, you've done... And if you've got a problem, if you're like using drugs and drink to escape life, escape reality, and you've realised and you've taken that step to say, fuck, I've got an issue here, mate, why would you want to undo? You've done it 2 months. Yeah. Why would you undo that for a fucking knees up? Yeah. Do you know? I get it. I know why people do it. Like my brain, I'm like led completely by whatever everyone else is doing. Yeah. Like when I go to the Viking thing, if everyone else is jumping in the sea, chances are I'll be more keen to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If everyone else is getting battered and doing shots,
so you're the lad that when your mate jumps off a cliff, you jump off as well. Is that you one of them?
Yeah, pretty much. No, not so much that, but like the peer pressure. Yeah. Like there's with the drinking and the culture, there's a lot of peer pressure involved, isn't there? There's a lot of, oh, come on, Chris, go on, mate, have one. Yeah. I mean,
last time I stopped drinking, I did like 6 months, and I can remember going to a pub with full intentions of just chilling out, not even having a drink at all, like, or anything. And I ended up having a non-alcoholic lager because it was like, oh, what's the point? Why are you giving up drinking? You're only going to start again, so you might as well just drink, like, blah, blah, blah. And it was just like, oh, like you lot are supposed to, like, be my mates and my family. Do you know what I mean? Like, and to be fair, my close mates would never do that anyway. But I just thought to myself, actually, like it is so. The dumb thing is to drink. The UK population, I think we're one of the heaviest drinkers in the world, aren't we? Yeah. If not the biggest drinkers in the world. And it is part of a culture. And actually, it's quite a sad thing to say that is a big part of our culture, because really it shouldn't be, should it? You should be able to go out and you should be able to walk into a pub if your mates are in there and just feel like nobody's going to say, you can have a beer then or what? Like, I'm fed up with this. You're so boring now. You don't drink. I'm not boring, mate. I've just changed a few life choices that are a bit different, and actually I'm trying to better my life rather than go to the pub every Saturday, Friday night and get pissed and waste all my money on booze. I might as well spend it on a holiday or something with my family. Do you know what I mean? I think it's important to mention as well, this is quite a sore subject, alcohol anyway, but if you're listening, we're not giving any expert advice out at all. You know, this is just me and Ash just chatting the way we normally do about booze, isn't it? If you have got issues, then make sure you're reaching out to somebody. There's so many people, so many charities out there that can help you out with alcohol issues. So many. And the bottom of the bottle is not the answer. I can promise you that. It really, really isn't.
It's not. And it is because you'll ruin relationships, you'll ruin friendships, you'll ruin your life in a fucking very negative way. And it's very difficult. I did a video the other day, part of my content, Chris. I did a video the other day and I sort of said in it, I was like, you can rebuild lots of things in life. Friendships and relationships, once they're fucking gone, they're very difficult to rebuild on. Yeah. And having mates around is more important than anything, I think. Having good people you can rely on is more important than a lot. And I've learned that.
Yeah. I live by the rule of you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your family. So the friends that I have got are the friends that I choose very, very carefully.
Yeah, it's but yeah, like I don't want anybody to think that we're pretty. Like you're not drinking for 6 months. I've openly admitted that I'm going to go to Spain this weekend, and I will probably drink more alcohol than I will water.
And I'll probably get some voice note. Oh, I love you.
You probably won't. You probably won't, because it won't be work time. But no, and I think showing up for yourself.
Yeah.
It's you've got to want it for inside, haven't you? You've got to want it for yourself. Like if you realise, oh, fucking hell, I should probably stop drinking. I'll save money. I won't do this. I won't row with the missus. I'll be there for the kids. There's a lot of things to look at if you've got a problem. If you haven't got a problem with alcohol, then crack on. Do you know what I mean?
And I don't, the thing is, right, you can't achieve all the things you want out of life if you drink all the time. I mean, you could do if you're very, very lucky, but the main reason that I've given up drink this month to start with is because I'm working every morning and every night. You know, I'm up till midnight, and I'm up till about 12:30, and then I get up at 5:30 every morning. If I was drinking, there is no way that I would have a voice left, first of all, because I'm talking every night and every morning, and there is no way that I would be able to get up. Not a chance. So I wouldn't be able to achieve the financial target that I'm trying to hit this month and next month if I was drinking. So if you've got your height set for big things, you've got to do the right things that are going to allow your body and your mind really to be able to push yourself to do those. You know, like I'd never be able to. I'd be broken, mate. I'd be sitting here falling asleep right now, 100%.
Yeah, and it used to be a thing. Like I do a lot of cooking. I like cooking, and I associate opening a bottle of wine, drink it while I'm cooking. After I finish cooking, I might not have another drink. Yeah. I won't carry on drinking. Yeah. I put some tunes on and I have a glass of wine in the kitchen on my own, fucking cooking a lovely meal for the family. And that's like, I don't know, I associate that with that. And when I don't do that, it doesn't feel right. It's fucking...
Breakfast as well, is it, when you have a fry?
Breakfast, like cereal in the morning. I've got
Mine's barbecuing, mate. That's what I'm going to struggle with. If I have a barbecue before the World Cup, I'm going to really cluck. I know I will. That'll be the one time where I'm thinking, I really want a beer, because I don't know, there's just something about being a geezer, having a can of beer or a bottle of beer. It's bottles, really, and you've got to have a bottle next to the barbecue. And a nice bit of meat on the go. There's just something about it. So that will be one thing that I really struggle with, 100%. So we will be coming to your house for barbecues this year, so I don't have to do the cooking.
You don't have to do the cooking. Can you do barbecues? They never fucking invited me last year.
Well, didn't really like you that then, to be fair. So it's taken me a bit of time to warm to you.
Oh, you cheeky bastard. But no, I mean, it's some people can drink with no issue. And I would say now I'm one of those people. I can drink I could not drink for depends on what I'm doing, but it's the association for me. Some people, they have a real issue with it. And if that's the case and you know that, then do something about it and surround yourself with people that's what like AA and stuff like that is really good. But most people, I guess, like I was a couple of years ago, just sit in the messy middle. Just sit in the middle. I don't have a problem, but I do enjoy a drink, but I'm drinking more than I should, but am I all right? And I think understanding the relationship with it is important.
Yeah. Also, mate, it's not even a relationship with the booze, is it? If you're skint, then alcohol is very expensive. If you're drinking constantly, you're spending a lot of money. If you're listening right now and you drink a lot and you don't think it makes much of a difference to your life, I would challenge everybody right now to get a pen and paper, write down what you drink on a monthly basis, and write down how much it costs, and I guarantee you will be gobsmacked, absolutely gobsmacked.
Yeah, there's so much more. If I wish all the money I spent on booze in my teens.
Oh, mate, I wouldn't want to know, mate. One thing I'd like to do though, I'd like to get a swimming pool and fill it up with the amount of booze that I drink, and just see how much the swimming pool fills up. Because I know you always think, I reckon I could fill a swimming pool up. I reckon you'd be really shocked at the lack of amount. But actually, if you put all the bottles in a room, like bottles of wine, bottles of beer, cans of beer, like we did a big thing. I think this is a big thing for lads when you're younger, when you get your first gaff. Me and my mate who used to share a flat, we used to keep all of our beer cans in the kitchen. And we had a massive Victorian flat, and half the kitchen was full up with beers, like from floor to ceiling. Everyone used to just keep their beer cans, so when you think of it, like if you stored it all up, my God, it would be so much, wouldn't it? But it would be so shocking.
It would be shocking. It would be absolutely, and that's quite if you look back, like when we did Le Mans 24 hours, me and a few mates took a trailer tent over there. I don't know how old we was. I would say we're probably early 20s, and we took a plank of wood with us and some silicone and a silicone gun, and we built a beer pyramid. Every time you have a beer, the bottle goes on the thing, and the goal was to get this pyramid as big as it possibly could. And we had people coming past taking photos of us with this thing. I think it was about 8 foot tall, this fucking pyramid of beer bottles. But that was cool.
Yeah.
We thought that was cool. And do you know what I mean? You look back at the photos now. I'll try and dig it out and I'll put it overlay on this episode. I want to see it. And there's so many things that you've done over the years as a kid, going in the woods, having a beer. And I'm not, I don't know the right words. This is really difficult because I don't want anybody to listen to this and think we're either side of the fence.
Yeah.
We're praising alcohol. We're telling you not to do it, and it's tough. But going in the woods as mates, we were out in the fresh air. Kids now are sitting in their rooms, doing not having that. Do you know what I mean? They've not got that
just a
real life
connection.
Yeah. And I think it's got its good and it's got its bad. I think that's what the overall outcome of this is. And if it's doing more bad for you than it is good, then it's time to address it.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I'll make you right, mate, to be fair. It is a really difficult subject, but I think, like you say, with it being January, with quite a few people stopping drinking in January, it was a perfect opportunity to do this episode, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I'm trying to be myself.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be myself and say exactly how I feel about it, not sugarcoat it, not be this side, not be that side. Just sit in the middle and be like, this is my experience with alcohol. My experience with alcohol, I used to love it. I've got a lot of good memories from it. It's helped me in some dark times. It's also cursed me in some dark times. And now I'm at peace with it. I can take it or leave it.
Yeah.
I think that's sort of where I'm at.
Yeah.
But it took me understanding that relationship, listening to podcasts, listening to alcoholics talk about it to find out where I'm at with it. And now, but there was a time where I would be like, come on, Chris, why are you not having a beer?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but you can have free and drive. You can have, whatever.
Yeah.
There was a time, now I'm just like, you're not having a beer? What do you want then, mate?
Yeah. Sad thing is, I used to be a member of a golf club. I'm not there anymore, but I won't say the name of it. But, this happens across the country. People will have 3 or 4 pints and then get in their car and drive home. That's not just at golf clubs.
No.
It's in loads of places. And actually, when you think about it, the amount of people that are on the roads that are probably over the limit because of their social side of things, it does have more negative effects than positive, the alcohol, I do believe, when you look at it like that. So I certainly would. I'll be, I've had a drink and I'm not gonna beat around the bush before. I've had a drink and I might have been slightly over the limit before myself, many years ago. But you just have to be so careful because it's not just you that you're having issues with, is it? If something happens, it could be potentially somebody else's life that you reckon at the same time,
Yeah. Yeah, no,
deep that, but it's true, isn't it?
Yeah, but you could imagine getting pissed, getting behind the wheel of a car and killing someone. Oh, Jesus Christ, I couldn't live with that. I really couldn't live with that. But this is something I really want to mention this because this might hit home to a few people. Now, I'm not going to say his name, but this guy, he used to work for me, and he would be more than happy with me saying this. He was a troubled soul. He would go out on a Friday, stock up on whatever he was indulging in for the weekend. He'd have the whole weekend on a bender. And I used to say stuff to him, but he messaged us on the podcast. He said, I love the stuff you've been doing, mate. You're smashing life. I'm almost 2 months clean, completely. And I have a completely different outlook on life. I'm getting my boxing coaching course done so I can help kids and others learn how to box and gain some self-confidence. I've recently been diagnosed with ADHD and PTSD, so that's been a journey in itself. Be nice to catch up soon and share stories. Much love. But
well done, mate. Well done.
This and some of the other messages, like some of the stuff he's doing, he's been sober for 2 months. Like sober over Christmas must be for someone like that. It must be really hard. But like that's a prime example of he's turning his life around. He's now doors are opening, opportunities are opening because on a Saturday morning now he's in the boxing gym instead of lying in bed.
Yeah.
There is a lot of positive, I think, if you can switch your brain off from feeling, no, it's Saturday, I've got to have a drink. Oh, it's Friday, I've worked hard today. Like, we reward ourselves for it. Oh, God, I've worked so hard this week, I deserve a drink. Oh, I've had a bad day, I'll have a drink. Oh, I'm celebrating, I'll have a drink. Oh, it's my birthday, I'll have a drink. I think if we can turn that around. One of the best stag do's I've ever been on, we didn't drink much.
Oh.
We went to Milton Keynes. The Friday night was a comedy club. We had a lovely dinner, then had a comedy club. We're in this comedy club. You can't really drink much because getting up and stuff.
Yeah.
Then on the Saturday, I can't remember what we did on the Saturday. On the Saturday, we had something planned during the day. Oh, go-karting. That was it. So we went for breakfast, then we had go-karting. And then the Saturday night, we went and saw Dapper up the road. So we didn't drink there.
Yeah.
And then on the Sunday morning, we all woke up fresh. We had so much money left in the kitty, we were trying to spend it before we left.
Yeah.
So we went into Milton Keynes. It's a fantastic place, so much to do. We did crazy golf, we did the darts, we then did a VR thing, and we still had all this money left. And then we ended up giving the drivers money and filling the tanks up.
Yeah.
But that was the best stag do I've ever been on. I remember it. I wasn't hungover and I didn't feel like shit. And we all had a wicked time and had a laugh. Yeah, we had a couple of beers, but it wasn't like I remember on the Friday night, we was like, come on, let's go in the club. You'd had a couple, you know?
Yeah.
Let's go in the club. And one of my mates is like a granddad now. He's like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not. And we ended up just going home, getting some.
And you all thanked him the next day.
And we all thanked him the next day because it's that like,
Yeah.
well, come on, let's go. And that was one of the best stag do's I've ever been on. My stag do was horrific. 7 days in Fengarola. Literally just, I was dead by the end of it.
Well, one of the last stag do's I went on, I come home and had a stroke, mate.
From alcohol or
So yeah, I didn't drink that weekend. No, but yeah, it was just booze. I don't frequent that other activity you might be suggesting.
So how do you feel about 20 days of not drinking? Like, have you noticed? You didn't drink much though, did you?
No, I did drink quite a bit. I drank at home quite a bit for the last sort of 12 months. I used to drink quite a bit. I have drunk quite a bit for the last 12 months. I was saying to your brother earlier on, he was asking me how I'm feeling, am I feeling any better? In all honesty, I'm too tired to realise whether I am or not. But I certainly would feel much worse. I said it a minute ago, didn't I? Like if I was drinking right now, I would not be able to do the last 22 days straight, lives in the mornings and evenings. Definitely not. It would have killed my voice. It would have killed my just mentality. It would have made me feel really down, just lethargic all the time. So yeah, I probably am, to be fair. I do feel quite alert, which is, for the amount of sleep I'm getting at the moment, is probably quite odd. So I would imagine, I am seeing the benefits, feeling the benefits already.
Yeah.
But then, I went to the gym for my induction yesterday, and I'm going to be pushing myself, go to the gym for the next few months, and to better my physique and my fitness levels for my little boy. So, it will all take into account with my body, won't it? And it'll all make me feel better eventually. So
yeah,
it's kind of why I'm doing it. But it's the clarity for work wise. The main reason I'm doing it is the drinking.
For me, it's the self-confidence. Like, my anxiety levels after drinking, like anxiety, just terrible. Like, I doubt every single thing in my life. And I'll lie there tossing and turning. And I know a lot of people get this. You have a heavy session and you're just lying in bed at night and your brain is going fight or flight mode.
Yeah.
And you can't get to sleep because you're like, oh my God, that's going to happen. What if that happens? What if this happens? That's the thing that really... And it clouds my judgment. So... I made some very difficult decisions the last sort of 5 or 6 days. And on Sunday, I was like, I'm going to open a glass. I'm going to open a bottle of wine. I was like, no, actually, I'm not. And in the end, I opened it. I had one glass. And I decided that, do you know what? I'm not going to finish this today. Because tomorrow I've got to go and make decisions. And this will fuck me.
Yeah.
Like, really will. Which, for me, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
Because normally I open it,
Take
you
control.
get a taste for it. And I've taken control of it. And yeah, it's showing up sober and not hungover. It's
not just for yourself either, though. It's for people around you as well. That's the difference, isn't it?
Yeah. So I think we can wrap that up.
Yeah, man.
Really, it's been a difficult one. That
Hopefully we haven't upset anybody.
Hopefully we haven't upset anyone. Hopefully people can take something from it. Hopefully someone actually, yeah. Do you know what? I'm not fucking listen to them. We're two different sides of the fence.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing, I think.
Cool.
So, yeah, that's been season 2.
It's hard to wrap that one up. Really excited, isn't it? It's quite a serious subject, isn't it?
It is quite a serious
I feel like I need to go, well, right, hey, but it doesn't warrant that, does it? Yeah, no. I'm off down the pub. Catch you all later on.
No, I think if you're drinking to excess, then just sit back and have a quiet word with yourself. I'm not telling anybody what to do with drink. It's your life. Do what you want. I know when I don't drink for a period, I feel better. Yeah. I know when I drink for a period, I feel worse, and it takes a long time to get over it.
Yeah, it's that 30 years old mark, isn't it? It starts kicking in, and then you get to 40, mate. You're not there yet. You just wait. You just wait.
Couple of years, mate. Couple of years. If you've enjoyed that, then thanks. If you're still here, then thanks. Please like, subscribe, share it to anybody. Follow us on socials. And also join the Facebook community. We've built a Facebook community. Me and Chris are going to be posting it more often. We've got a few people posting it now, getting the confidence. Hold each other accountable. 2026 is about helping people.
Yeah.
It's about showing up for yourself and showing up for your friends and family. So
100%, mate.
Join the community. Go out for a walk.
Go out the pub. No, don't go to the pub.
Unless
sounds like Boris Johnson, doesn't it? Yeah. Don't go to the pub, do go to the pub. Don't go to the pub, do go to the pub. Basically, do what you like, but do it in moderation.
Yeah, that's it. Look after yourselves and stay healthy.